All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. Let's talk about these New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers because for some reason there's a conception in the NFL world and I don't even know, just people believing in the Jets because they're getting back Aaron Rodgers. Number one, Jets fans, listen, I get it. You guys haven't won since what, 1969? First of all, if you're a Jets fan and you weren't born, if you were born before 1980, that's your fault. Why would you pick the Jets? Now, granted, I'm not saying the Giants are any better. The Giants suck too. You should be a Bills fan. Well, the Bills, until they got Josh. You shouldn't be a fan of any New York team. All these New York teams suck. But that's besides the point. But listen, as it pertains to the Jets, listen, the Jets suck. Come on, man. What are we talking about with the Jets, bro? What are we talking about with the Jets? You guys have – I don't understand this about the Jets. You have some of the best skill positions in the league. At cornerback, at wide receiver, your running backs are not bad. You have a good defense. You have a defensive head coach in Robert Salah. You have Aaron Rodgers with Nathaniel Hackett. I know Nathaniel Hackett sucked in Denver, but with Aaron Rodgers, clearly Aaron Rodgers believes in him, so him and Aaron Rodgers could probably work. But you have not fixed your offensive line. You have a 40-year-old quarterback who's coming off an Achilles? Is that what he got messed up? His Achilles? Or something with his leg. The reason why he got injured is because the offensive line couldn't block. So in the Jets' brain, if they have a brain, say, you know what? We have a 40-year-old quarterback who's not as mobile as he once was. Even if he is mobile, it probably got taken away last year because our offensive line got him injured. So you know what? We're going to upgrade all of our skill positions again this year. How stupid is that? How dumb is that? Even if Aaron Rodgers has something left, a little something, if you could squeeze a little bit of juice out of that orange, wouldn't you want to have him have the best protection in the league? There's no way. I mean, no way in hell you guys should have not drafted multiple offensive linemen and signed multiple offensive linemen in this free agency period and in the draft. There's no way in hell. You guys should trade up and try to take Joe O. Try to take that tackle that the Titans took this year. How in the world do you not fix your offensive line? At least get him a left tackle. At least get him a center. At least get two guys that are dominant at the offensive line to call out protection. But instead, you do nothing like that. You put Aaron Rodgers behind that horrible offensive line just for him to get injured again. And also, let's just talk about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers does not care about football. He's not lasting as long as Tom Brady did. There's no way he isn't. He's more worried about eating shrooms and going to Egypt and going on Pat McAfee and Joe Rogan's podcast to talk about conspiracy theories than taking football seriously. Which, you know what? If he wants to do all this other stuff, if he wants to, do all this crazy stuff, that's fine. Then just retire. I think I have a video saying Aaron Rodgers should retire because clearly he doesn't care about the game. How can you believe in a guy that decides to go to Egypt right during mandatory training camp? He does not care about football. This bozo had the whole offseason to go to Egypt. He didn't even get surgery. Didn't he do some weird? He might have had surgery, but didn't he do some weird thing where he didn't rehab or whatever? Dude was walking towards the end of the year. He could have went to Egypt then. He takes mandatory camp, not OTAs, not optional mandatory camp. Not optional training camp. He takes mandatory camp where stuff is about to it's getting closer to the NFL season. This is where the real stuff's going to happen. He says, nah, bump that. I'm going to go to Egypt. What a bozo this guy is. A straight bozo. Like, y'all not getting Aaron Rodgers from the Packers. Y'all are not getting Aaron Rodgers from the Packers. That guy's been dead low key since 2022. 2021, to be honest with you. The last MVP Aaron Rodgers won, that was the last year of Aaron Rodgers. For real. When the Lions beat him to go to the playoffs, they literally killed Aaron Rodgers off. Because, I mean, he hasn't been the same. He demanded a trade and, hasn't been the same. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, bro, he does not care. And also, the Jets are too stupid. And I don't know if the Jets are scared. I don't know if the Jets are stupid, but you're not going to play him in any training any preseason. Like Shannon Sharp said it himself, the best way to get in football shape is to play football. He hasn't played football in over a year. He literally hasn't played football in actually 2 years, because he missed all last year. The last time we saw Aaron Rodgers play was early 2023. We're not even going to count the preseason or the 4 plays before he tore his Achilles. This guy is not taking football seriously. The Jets are so scared to tell him, listen, Aaron, you haven't played in like 2 years. You're going to play some preseason. You're going to play at least a drive each game. You're going to play at least a quarter each game. We need you to be in football shape. We spent draft picks. We spent money on this team. We spent money on you. So you're going to play to see what we have in this investment. But once again, the Jets being the Jets, they believe in Aaron Rodgers, and no, they're not Super Bowl contenders. Hell, they're not even playoff contenders. Are we sure they're going to make the playoffs? Are we sure? The Bills are probably going to sweep them. The Dolphins are going to get one. Hell, would even shock me if the Patriots got one off of them. Listen, Jets, it's over. It was nice to think. It was nice to think about. You guys should be looking in the draft, or hell, you guys should be, hyping up my boy Jordan Francis from Florida State. You feel me? That's where the real franchise is, not this bum. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. That's my thoughts. What are yours? I don't know if Jets fans exist still. If they do, they probably not on YouTube. They probably are doing something weird or whatever, but it is what it is. That's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.